Distinguished scholars, presidents and members of international organizations, representatives of civil society institutions, and think tanks, dear guests, good morning. On behalf of World Anti-Extremism Network, it's my pleasure to warmly welcome you to the Toronto Democracy Forum 2025. World Anti-Extremism Network is honored, just as last year, to host this remarkable gathering of leading academics, writers, experts, and defenders of democracy and human rights from more than 20 countries. Your presence demonstrates that World Anti-Extremism Network is becoming a vibrant platform for exchanging ideas, advocating for freedom, and raising awareness about the contemporary challenges that threaten democracy, peaceful coexistence, human rights, economic freedom, and the values of free society. Dear friends, the World Anti-Extremism Network, WAEN, is the result of more than 25 years of cooperation, struggle, and collaboration with global institutions and committed champions of liberty. It is encouraging that several friends who have supported us throughout this journey are with us again this year. At this point, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Brad Lips, who was with us last night, president of the Atlas Network, which connects more than 500 freedom-oriented think tanks and civil society institutions across more than 100 countries around the world. I remember his warm welcome and hospitality when I was visiting the Atlas office in Washington, D.C. 13 years ago. I thank the Atlas Network for its continued support and congratulate Mr. Lips for receiving this year's Linda Whetstone Freedom Award. Linda Whetstone was a great champion of liberty who passed away on 15 December 2021. I first met the late Linda Whetstone 21 years ago at the Mount Pelion Society Conference in Sri Lanka. She was a passionate advocate for liberty, peaceful coexistence, and open society. Through her tireless efforts in global network building, she became a prominent figure for many libertarian and liberals around the world. In recognition of her legacy, World Anti-Extremism Network established an international award in her name to honor those who best champion freedom. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. Muhammad Anwar, a longtime colleague since his active role with the Friedrich Naumann Foundation in Pakistan more than 2 decades ago. Despite the rise of extremist groups in the region, he continues his essential work for free society values through the Freedom Gate Prosperity. In addition, I would like to express deep gratitude to our Canadian colleagues and partner organizations, the Macdonald-Laurier Institute, Secure Canada, the Institute for Liberal Studies, the Ladies of Liberty Alliance, the Afghan Students Association at the University of Toronto, Students for Liberty, and all who have consistently supported WAEN since its establishment. Ladies and gentlemen, WAEN serves as a shared hub for thought, research, advocacy, and education on liberal and democratic values. It is led by individuals who work for freedom in democratic countries or who, having fled authoritarian and extremist regimes, continue their struggle for liberty from abroad. The presence of distinguished writers, scholars, and heads of prestigious institutions in this conference reflects WAEN's commitment to collaborative efforts in pursuit of its mission. Today, the values of democracy, human rights, gender equality, economic freedom, and peaceful coexistence face unprecedented challenges. Authoritarian, totalitarian, and extremist regimes, as well as radical religious proxy groups, are actively working to undermine peace and democratic values worldwide. Extremists and proxy groups continue to destabilize regions from Asia to Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. Their actions have weakened institutions, silenced communities, and threatened the very idea of pluralism. These trends are not abstract, they are documented realities. According to the WAEN Democracy Report 2025, more than 70% of the world's population now lives under autocratic or semi-autocratic regimes. The number of liberal democracies has fallen from 42 to 32 in just a decade. The International IDEA Global State of Democracy report warns that over half of all countries show signs of democratic erosion. Freedom House reports that 2025 marks the 19th consecutive year of global democratic backsliding. Behind each statistic is a human life, a silenced journalist, a dismissed judge, a beaten protester, a classroom emptied of girls, like Afghanistan. Authoritarianism today rarely arrives through cops or tongues. It comes disguised in legality, manipulated constitutions, politicized courts, censored media, and the weaponization of digital tools, including AI. We see regimes criminalizing dissent in the name of security, restricting women under the guise of tradition, and persecuting minorities in the name of unity. From Myanmar to Russia, from Iran to Afghanistan, from Sudan to Nicaragua, the tactics vary, but objective is always the same: to centralize power, eliminate accountability, and extinguish hope. In the face of these global challenges, we meet here with clear and shared goals. First, to exchange ideas and deepen our collective understanding of extremism, authoritarianism, and democratic decline. Second, to build networks and strengthen relationships among scholars, activists, policymakers, and institutions committed to democracy and human rights. Third, to explore partnership for action, including joint research, advocacy, education, and coordinated strategy to counter extremism ideologies and strengthen open, free, and democratic societies. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin the discussions ahead, I am confident the wisdom and experience gathered in this room will help guide new ideas in meaningful actions. Each of you brings a unique perspectives and a deep commitment to defending freedom and human dignity. Let us use this forum not only to learn from one another, but to build the alliances necessary to confront the challenges of our time. I wish you all insightful conversations, productive networking, and a conference that inspires new partnership and bold solutions. May this forum become an avenue for advancing cooperation, understanding, and lasting progress toward a freer and more peaceful world. Thank you, and I wish you all a very successful conference.